And those damaging allegations were watched by an audience of more than 49 million people globally. The Queen's statement is just 61 words long and does not explicitly condemn racism. When just last week, following allegations that the Duchess bullied staff members, another palace statement said it would not tolerate bullying. We still don't know who in the royal family is alleged to have made comments about the skin colour of the couple's son.
Concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born.
What?
Prince Charles was seen for the first time in public yesterday since his son revealed details about their damaged relationship. He kept a typically British stiff upper lip.
Sir, can I ask, what did you think of the interview?
Making no comment on the interview.
How do you feel about the palace hearing you speak your truth today? Are you afraid of a backlash or their reaction?
I mean, I think I'm not going to live my life in fear.
The couple's decision to bare their souls, American style, has rocked the royal family and forced this country to have an uncomfortable conversation about racism. Modern Britain is a multicultural place where people of colour have climbed to positions of power.
This has shone a light on the structural racism that exists in institutions in our country.
But Dawn Butler, a member of Parliament, told us the royal family is cocooned in a bubble of whiteness.
They'll know who said it, and they'll know why they said it. But what they have to really unpick is how they made a member of their own family who had a different colour skin feel.
The Queen's statement did say that, quote, Harry, Meghan and Archie will always be much-loved family members. Gail.
Very blunt conversation there. Holly Williams at Buckingham Palace, we thank you. Now, we haven't heard from Harry and Meghan since the palace statement was released, and there are a lot of unanswered questions. Let's go now to Roya Nika, who's also at Buckingham Palace. She's a royal correspondent for the Sunday Times. Roya, good to see you again. Let's get right into it, starting with the Queen's statement. Listen, it was only 61 words, but a lot of people are dissecting what is she saying, what is she not saying. What did you make of it?
Well, I thought it might have been very short and succinct, but it said, I think, everything that the Queen wanted to say. She made it absolutely clear that she was incredibly saddened to hear about what Harry and Meghan had gone through, the full extent, which sort of implied that she wasn't aware the full extent of the suffering that they had endured. The other thing that I thought was really interesting was the fact that she said that they would, look into all the issues that were raised, but particularly she singled out that those statements about race that Harry and Meghan had made during Oprah's interview, and that had to be addressed. I think the top line here in that statement is that for the Queen, for her, she feels this is a private matter that should be looked at privately by the family.
She was definitely sending a message there, it seemed. But I think many people were surprised to hear that she was surprised that the couple was unhappy. If you listen to the interview with Oprah, they made it clear that they had brought up these issues several times behind the scenes, that they did, in fact, try to resolve it privately.
I think that the key wording in the statement there is the full extent of Harry and Meghan's unhappiness. There's no doubt that the family were aware they were unhappy. That ended, of course, with them stepping away from public duties last year. It's the full extent of the suffering and the hurt that the Queen hadn't been aware of, and that's why she was key to point that out in the statement yesterday.
And the mood at the palace right now, you would describe as what?
Well, I would say they have been through the wars in the last few days, probably nervous about what else might come out, hopeful that this might try and draw a line under it. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, but I think they hope that just with the Queen's statement, it might just give both sides a little bit of time to reflect and see if they can progress in any way, as a more happy family than we've seen in the last few days and months.
It would be nice to see healing on both sides. Thank you, Roya Nika, for your time this morning. I'm sure we'll talk again. Thanks.